Hi, good afternoon. I want to thank you guys all for coming to listen to my speech today. I want to start off first by telling you a story from my childhood. It's kind of a grotesque story, but I'm just going to tell it to you anyway. When I was a little girl, probably 4 or 5 years old, my stepfather, for some insane reason, liked to tell us, horrifying stories, things that will traumatize us later in life. So he told us a story about a little girl. Maybe it was because my brother hated to take a bath. I'm not really sure. He told us a story about this little girl who refused to wash her hair, refused to let anybody comb her hair, so she had like this big matted mane of hair. And he said because of that, the cockroaches would come and live in her hair. And when she would sleep at night, they would eat a little bit more of her skull away every night, until they finally got into her head and ate her brain, and she died. So from that day on, I have had this huge fear of cockroaches. Huge fear of cockroaches. So if there was one insect that I could permanently eliminate from the face of this earth, it would definitely be the cockroach. Definitely be the cockroach. Later on, when I was in my 20s, I actually paid a fireman to kill a cockroach in my house. Yes, me and my daughter, who I was trying to train to kill cockroaches, were both terrified of this big, enormous palmetto bug that had crawled under a chair. The fireman was doing like a fundraiser door to door, telling us, he was selling, I think it was family portraits at the time. I didn't care. I opened the door, I said, I don't care what you're selling, you kill the bug, I'll buy it. He sold a portrait and he killed the bug for me. So from then on, it was a big joke that I would pay firemen just to kill the cockroaches for me. I don't know if you guys know some of the fun facts about cockroaches that there are out there, but first of all, they can live for over a week without their head. How disgusting is that? They can also regrow their legs. Just like lizards regrow their tails, they can regrow their legs. They have lived on the earth for more than 300 million years, so they have adapted through any and all things. The only way to get rid of cockroaches in your house is to eliminate their food and water source. It's just common fact. Get rid of their food and water and they'll go away. Unfortunately, they won't die. They'll just go away to someone else's house that has food and water. Some of the bad things about cockroaches, especially if they're infested in your house, is they do cause allergies, childhood asthma, things like that. Some of the things that are supposed to be good about cockroaches is that they eat like garbage and debris. Supposedly, if we didn't have the cockroach, then the world would just be overwhelmed with debris and garbage or whatever, but I'm sure that there's another creature out there that could eat it for us instead. It says, there's also a fact that says that the only thing that would survive a nuclear fallout would be the cockroach. And they said mostly they're resistant to radiation because they've been here for so many years. And because they hide in so many crevices and cracks that the fallout really wouldn't actually reach them. I don't want that to happen, but I really wouldn't mind seeing the cockroach go away. There is some people out there that are fascinated with the cockroach and actually make them their hobby. There's those screaming ones that you find in the trees, and people collect them, and you can trade them online. I actually found a cockroach trading site, if you can believe that or not. To me, that's just absolutely disgusting. I can't even stand to look at the pictures of them. Unfortunately, in my culinary management degree that I'm going for at the school, we do have to learn about sanitation, and we do have to learn all the ins and outs of the cockroach, which to me is just disgusting. How they can hide up in your table legs. Any place that has any kind of light or darkness, or I'm sorry, any kind of darkness or dampness to it is going to have cockroaches. Just be warned. So my thing is if you get rid of all the cockroaches, I can walk on my back porch at night without fear of them lurking on the door handle, or I can have a dead tree in my yard without them growing their babies. So I'm voting get rid of the cockroaches. Thanks guys. Have a good night. One take.